Yo, 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 welcome back to the MMA Short Show. It's always your boy, Steven Moustaris. And guys, man, I'm a broken record out here, but it just needs to be said, man. It's life. It's short. You never know. And especially when it comes to MMA, man, we get so caught up as fans on, who's going to fight for the belt? Who's the greatest of all time? Oh, who deserves to even get a chance at the title? Who deserves to get pushed? Who deserves the main card? Who's the future? Who's this? All these questions all the time. Who's going to beat who, or who lost to who? We almost get caught up in just always expecting so much from our guys that we kind of forget, to really appreciate them while we got them. And, it just goes to show with Max Holloway this past weekend. I'm very lucky this year. I'm blessed, as you can say, not to even be punny there, but I was real lucky that I got to, go to Missouri this year and get to watch him fight Arnold Allen in person. And then, just this past weekend, I was lucky enough to be on a bachelor party with 6 of my best friends in Florida, and also lucky that it was UFC Singapore, so it was in the morning. So I got to watch Max Holloway fight while I was on the beach. And, it's just these things, man. I've been watching the sport for so long now, and I really like to say that I like to sit here and appreciate my guys while we got them. You never know when's the last time somebody could fight, or when they're going to start losing. You never see them win, or win again. An injury in training, an injury in a fight, one bad punch to a broken orbital, you never know, or one bad concussion. You guys never know. So it could be from, the older guys we're seeing retire all the time, Robbie Lawler just did. And, Nate Diaz is getting older than Nick Diaz. John Jones only has a couple more fights. Not even just on that aspect, but even guys like Sean O'Malley, who just kind of just took off, or, these guys like Shavkat and Hamza and all these up and comers that we love. We're not going to have these guys forever. You never know. Remember guys like Cody Garbrandt, no offense, shouts out to him, and I hope he gets better, because I know he's been getting injured. But that guy right there, looked like he had the world by the balls, looked like he was about to be the king of 135 forever after what he did to Dominic Cruz. And then, look, the guy went on how many, knockout streaks in a row, how many times he lose in a row, and it's he's trying to find himself again in the sport, and he's maybe a loss or two away from leaving. And Tyron Woodley at the top of the world loses how many in a row out of the UFC, getting knocked out by a YouTuber. You never know. This sport's a dirty bitch. You never know what can happen, and it's just super nice to watch these guys and appreciate them while we have them. And that's what it was like to watch Max Holloway this weekend, man. Even the Korean Zombie just retiring. I got chills watching. We always know he's coming out to the Zombie song by the Cranberries or whatever, but it's just super sad to see. The last time everybody in the stands knew, all the true fans knew that this was his last fight, win or lose. And, maybe with a win, maybe one fight, but I'm pretty sure he was going to retire for good, because he knew he can't beat Volk or nothing. But, just to watch here, everybody scream Zombie and singing the song with them and everything, that gave me chills on the beach, man. And then clearly Max Holloway always comes out to his thing. And to see that man go out there, it caught me by surprise how fast Korean Zombie came out. And it looked like he was going for broke. It looked like, hey, this is my last fight. I'm giving it my all. And, I never thought that Max really got – I know he got checked one time there, and then he right back checked Korean Zombie and wobbled him in that first round or whatever. And it was nasty. But, I didn't think he was rocked. And I know a lot of people said that might have been the first time he's got checked like that. But I didn't think it was like that. But, dude, just a beautiful performance. And seeing Max swinging out there. When's the last time you guys saw Max Holloway swing like that and go for a finish, man? I have never seen him put so much torque and so much ass into it. Seriously, that guy, he'll have, Brian Ortega on the ropes, Calvin Kattar on the ropes. He'll have all these guys on the ropes where he could finish them in a heartbeat if he wanted to. And he just, just picking his shots, playing it smart. And, if you guys watch his post-fight interview, especially after, outside of the octagon, he definitely said, yeah, I was due a finish, man. I was due a finish. I'm always out here, fighting for 5 rounds and, tapping, getting them, just outworking people, making them tired. And he was like, he was coming out strong. I just, I needed a finish. And it was beautiful to see, man. It was one of the greatest, performances out of him for real. And it was amazing. And it just brings the show, though. It's what's really next for our boy Max Holloway? Does he deserve to fight Volk? I'd say it all the time. As much as this guy has done for the sport, he's got one of the greatest resumes I've ever seen, ever. And even though he's 0-3 against Volk, I still think he won the first 2, in my opinion. First one might have went to Volk, but I don't like when champions lose their belts to a close decision or whatever. I think it needs either to be very definitive or it needs to be a finish or something. So that's why I kind of like the no time fights, but I get why it's crucial, or it's cruel. I get it. I understand, but I just don't like seeing titles getting lost on a tight decision. It's did you really beat him? So I mean, you could say that for the same thing in the second fight. So, but I do think Max did win the first 2, but doesn't mean he did technically. So he is 0-3. It's not he doesn't deserve that fight. But that third fight was so ugly for me, at least. That was one of the hardest nights I've ever watched, fighting, just because Max is my boy, and I hate seeing him lose like that. And he got outclassed by Volk. He was getting pieced up. He got cut up real bad. He got hit a bunch of times, just outstruck. Couldn't get anything going. And that's what worries you. But at the same time, it could have just been Volk's night. Max could have been off a little bit, like Max always says. Like, hey, man, like, some people, come out here, and that's what fighting is. You're either on or you're off. Like, I'll never say I was off. I'll just say the other guy was on. Like, and that's what's true. So, that could be the thing. But, like, do we want to see him fight Ilia Topuria, guys? Do we, because, it seems like Volk's not even going to let that fight happen. And as much as Max is such a badass, this guy will fight anybody. Like, he's like, hey, I'll take out the Calvin Katers. I'll take out the Brian Ortegas. I'll take out the Arnold Allens coming up. But then I'll also fight these legends like I've been doing forever. Like, I know he had to fight Aldo for the belt, but, the Frankie Edgar fight was kind of a gift. Was like, all right, it's kind of your last little chance. Like, let me take you out after 5 rounds. What he just did, the Korean Zombie. Like, it's awesome to see. Like, it almost feels like he's outclassing these older guys so much and outclassing the new guys so much. It's like you kind of have to just throw him in there with whoever, like, because it doesn't matter. He's just too damn good, unless it's Volk, I guess. But like with Ilia Topuria, you've already heard Volk say it's like, hey, you're not fighting Max. I'm taking the fight regardless. Like, you're gonna fight me. I'm not gonna let Max take you out, not let me get a shot like he's done with everybody else. He's literally cleaning out the division. This man, Max Holloway, is in such uncharted territory. Like, he can't go fight any of the rest of the top 10 because he's taking them all out. There's the Evlov that's still in there, but he wasn't even that impressive in his last performance. He still needs to get some fights in there. There's still plenty of guys for him to be fighting. So I don't think he's quite ready for Max, but like, you're not going to see Josh Emmett fight him. I think Josh Emmett might be done or something. But after what he did to Ilia Topuria did to him, it's not going to happen. It's like, he already took out Brian Ortega viciously. Already took out Calvin Kattar viciously. He's taking out everyone viciously, and it's literally just down to them. And then, I guess I'm seeing a bunch of people talking about Dustin Poirier and whatever, but like, do we really want to see Max go up to 155? Even though he has beat Charles Oliveira in the past, it's like, do we really want to see that though? And so, like, I don't know. It's just a tough one. This is why I always say this. We need to appreciate our guys, because, like, there really is only a couple more fights that even make sense for Max. And I know he's only 32, and I know technically this is where you would be hitting your prime, maybe like 31 to, like, 35, they always say in MMA. But it's like, do I believe in that? Even though I just witnessed him fighting and I see him all the time, like, do I believe he's going to be in his prime for that long? Like, we've seen it with Aldo, guys. Like, when these guys have fight so early and so young in their career, like, man, no matter what, even if you're still winning and looking as great as he did, you still take so many, fucking hits to the head, so many blows to the head, to the body, the knees. The training is super hard, the sparring rounds. And, no matter what, even if he hasn't been sparring much in the last few years, that stuff's going to add up most likely. But, he could be like a LeBron James out here, like, just keeps going forever and just breaks the laws of, whatever that we're used to. And it's like, damn, all right, so he could do that. I'm not denying it, but fighting is fighting. It's way different. And, I would love to see him fight till he's 40 like DC, but DC started way later and was only wrestling for super long. By the time that DC was done wrestling and finally started MMA, Max was already a champion, defended the belt how many times, and he's already well into his career. So it's like DC only had a short career, but it lasted till he was 40 because he started late. You're not gonna go forever when you're 21. So, or starting at 19, 20, 18, whatever that these guys do. And I just wish him the best. Even if he does beat Volk, there's probably going to be a 4th fight, 5th fight, whatever, or 6th fight, all these damn things that there are going to be. And, hopefully that those go well for Max. If he does fight Topuria, I'd like to see that go well. If he goes to 155, I think that would go well. But, like, what really is there after a couple more of those? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to run through the 145 division again after being champion? Like, if he does beat Volk and get past that monster, he's just going to go back and beat everybody he's beat, or maybe some of the up-and-comers? Like, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. And I just, as much as I love Max and as much as he's proving it's going to happen, you just gotta understand, like, you never know. It might not happen. The next fight could be the thing, You just never know, and you just got to keep appreciating these guys. You got to appreciate him like the Korean Zombie. I feel like he never got his love, until it was too late. Robbie Lawler, he definitely got his love on his second run there, like after beating Johnny Hendricks and doing his thing, and even dropping Ben Askren on his head. But like, the next 4 years or whatever, or 3 years, it was rough for him. Like, not getting much love, awful spots in there, losing to people he probably shouldn't be losing to. So, you guys appreciate these guys while we got them, man. And Max Holloway, I fucking love you, man. Keep doing your fucking thing. I'm always here for you. And again, I'm apologize for my voice as well because my shit is shot. Jet skiing, I was yelling as loud as I possibly could because you're out in the middle of the ocean. Karaoke, sang way too many high pitched songs that I can't go with. Oh my gosh, man, dude. Anything, fucking smoking on the beach, not good for you. Yeah, my voice is shot, but I had to get on here and shout out Max Holloway. So, Blessed Express, baby. We still here. MMA Short Show. Let's go. Steven Moustaris. Let's go, baby.